Tonight's baseball. I am RC Robin. If you happen to be watching this on YouTube, please like the video. Please subscribe to the channel. If you're not interested in baseball, first of all, I don't know why you'd be watching if you weren't interested in baseball. But for argument's sake, if you're not interested in baseball, there are other video games on this channel. Just check out the playlists. Also, we play Dungeons and Dragons, which is a tabletop role-playing game. On Mondays, usually once a week, there's a playlist dedicated to D&D or Dungeons and Dragons. Please feel free to check that out as well. But obviously, if you're looking at this video, you're into baseball. So the Bronx Knights are a created franchise on MLB The Show 20 for PS4. They've taken the place of the Houston Astros in this 162-game schedule in the franchise. They're in the American League West. As of now, they are 71-37. It's the end of July. There are 2 months left of the season. It is my intention to play every inning of every game of a 162-game schedule. I think this is game number 109, and every one of the 108 games are all uploaded to YouTube for you to check out at your leisure or your discretion, whichever you decide. So anyway, Bronx Knights, 71-37. As you can see from the standings, 9.5 game lead over the Seattle Mariners for second place. And let's jump into the schedule and see where we're at. So it looks like it's the last game of July before we kick it into August. It's a 2-game set against the Texas Rangers. We won the first game 6-3, so let's knock off and get a little 2-game sweep. Let's do this. So Knights versus Rangers, play the game. Okay. Got to auto fix the minor league rotation. Do not want to stop simulating. Play full game. We are the away team at Arlington, Texas, to play the Texas Rangers. Broadcast looks good. Joey Pollard is the starting pitcher. Everybody looks like they're pretty good with the energy, so we will kick it off. As you can see, Chris Ramos, who's the second baseman for the Bronx Knights, is leading the American League in batting average with a 373 batting average. So something I'm a little proud of. And these are the starting lineups, and it should be kicked off right so long as soon as it loads. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, for a broadcast of Major League Baseball as the Bronx Knights visit the Texas Rangers here at Globe Life Field in Arlington, Texas. And on the mound for the Texas Rangers, Domingo Germán, making his 21st appearance on the mound, starting rotation. 5-7 record, 4.88 earned run average. And leading off for the Knights is Mighty Max Luklitch, center fielder, batting .325, 4 homers, 29 runs batted in. He also has 30-plus doubles and 30-plus stolen bases. First pitch of the game. That is to the right side. Oh, nice diving stop. And he is the first out of the ball game. Great play by Ben Zobrist. So, league leaders in fielding percentage. As you can see, the Rangers at the top of the league. They're third in fielding percentage, and exhibited by that amazing play to lead off the game. So with one out, up steps Don Mattingly. He is hitting .318. He was an all-star for the American League. Wasn't the starter at first base for the all-star game. A little late on the curveball. Count is 0-1. Donnie's 14 for his last 35. That's 400 average over his last 8 games. And it is a lazy fly ball to center. Johnny Damon makes the catch for out number 2. So starting lineup for the Bronx Knights. Max Luklitch led off. Don Mattingly's at first. Chris Ramos is their second baseman. Michael O'Rourke patrols left. Jacob Salazar is the shortstop. Benny LoCicero's in right. Matt Zapps is the DH. Matt Termines at third, and Anthony Millo is batting ninth and behind home plate. .373. 41 homers, 106 RBIs. First pitch is outside, all with 2 months of the season left to go. He is obviously the front runner for the American League's most valuable player. Pitch is low, count is 2 balls and no strikes on Ramos. Obviously that 106 runs batted in is first on the team in that stat category. High ball 3, count is 3 balls and no strikes. Will he have the green light? I can guarantee you he will not. On the outside corner, hitters count 3 balls, 1 strike, 2 down here in the top of the first. Fouls the 94-mile-an-hour fastball behind the plate. Full count, 3-2. Here comes the payoff pitch. And he pops it up behind the plate. Ivan Rodriguez settles under it, makes the catch on the third base side for the final out of the inning. So, half an inning played here in Arlington. Texas Bronx Knights nothing. Texas Rangers coming to bat. So we go to the bottom of the first. On the mound, no, check that. Yes, bottom of the first. Joey Pollard is the starter for the Knights. He is 13-4 with a 3.25 earned run average. And leading off for the Rangers here in the bottom of the first is Johnny Damon, 289, 11 homers, 41 runs batted in. At the knees, strike one. Knights lead the West, 71-37. That's Matt Termini at third base. And in center field is Max Luklitch. So, back at home plate, it's 0-1. Swing and a miss over the knuckle curve. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes on Damon. Slow roller up the first base line. It goes foul. Count remains no balls and 2 strikes. Ground ball to the shortstop. Salazar throws across for out number 1. So the lineup for the Texas Rangers, leading off Johnny Damon, up second is Ben Zobrist, bat playing second. Ernie Banks is at short. Jose Soler is in right. Eddie Murray is at first. Minnie Minoso is in left. Ivan Rodriguez is the catcher. Corey Dickerson is the DH. And batting ninth is the third baseman, Joe Rizzo. So Ben Zobrist, 236, 7 homers, 28 runs batted in. First pitch at the knees, strike one. It is the bottom of the first here in Arlington. No score between the Bronx Knights and the Texas Rangers. Swing and a miss at the 2-seam fastball. Count is no balls and 2 strikes on Zobrist. Swing and a miss, and there are 2 away. High fastball. So, batting third, Ernie Banks, the shortstop. 298, 26 homers, 64 runs batted in. Deep drive to center. Oh, baby, that one is gone. It's not coming back. It's an early 1-0 lead on Ernie Banks' 27th home run of the season. It's a 1-0 lead for Texas. 2-out blast. Let's look at the replay. Oof. Boom. No chance for Luklitch in center, besides the fact that he's like 5 feet tall. So, still 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. Jorge Soler, the right fielder, steps up. 254 batting average on the season. Outside corner, strike one. So this is a quick 2-game set. It's the end of July, 2 months of the season left. Outside corner again. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes. So it's a 2-game set. The Bronx Knights won the first game of this 2-game set, looking for a 2-game sweep of the series before they face off against 4 games against the second place Seattle Mariners. So the right fielder LoCicero makes the catch to retire the side, but not before a solo home run by Ernie Banks gives the Rangers a 1-0 lead. So we go to the bottom of the second. Leading off is Michael O'Rourke, the left fielder. 346, 26 homers, 83 runs batted in. He also brings the 10-game hitting streak into the contest. Outside, ball one. Texas Rangers are 4th in the division, 2 games under 500. And he fouls it back upstairs. Count is even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Pitch is low, count is 2-1. Mike O'Rourke was the starting left fielder for the All-Star game in this season. And he ropes the changeup foul. Count is 2 balls, 2 strikes here in the top of the second. That's a deep drive. It's got a chance. Back goes Jorge Soler, looks up, it's Gonzo! And we have ourselves a tie ball game on Michael O'Rourke's 27th home run of the season. And you can see a little bit of youthful exuberance on the base paths. We've gotten used to this from Mike O'Rourke. Yeah, I don't know why the third base umpire would encourage this kind of behavior, but the manager doesn't seem to mind. And we see a little bit of magic here. So the replay. Short stride, low pitch, and just drives it out of the ballpark. Boom! So the game is tied at 1 here in the second. Next up is the shortstop Jacob Salazar. 326, 13 homers, 69 runs batted in. First pitch is low outside ball one, low inside ball one. Check that. Outside, count is 2 balls and no strikes. Jacob's a switch hitter, hitting from the left side against the righty Herman. At the knees, count is 2 balls and 1 strike. And that is a line drive which will dunk in there in front of Johnny Damon for a single. So with nobody out, they got a runner in at first. So they lead off the inning with a homer and now a single. And up steps the right fielder, Benny LoCicero, 291. Oh, wait! And he got himself picked off. So there is 1 out and the bases are now empty. So as I was saying, Benny LoCicero, right fielder, hitting 291 on the season. Pitch is just low, ball 1. 22 homers, 81 runs batted in on the right fielder. He was a member of the All-Star team, did not start in right field. And he pulls it. It's got a chance. It's deep. Looking up. It is Gonzo. It is 2 home runs, solo shot. 23 of the season. That is the second home run of the inning against Domingo Herman. And just like that, it's a 2-1 lead. Bronx Knights. Let's look at the replay. Boom. Oh, yeah. So, with 1 away, Matthew Saps, the designated hitter, steps up. 278, 19 homers, 65 runs batted in. First pitch is outside, ball 1. So it's a 2-1 ball game here in the top of the second. Outside, count is 2 balls and no strikes. Saps plays a little bit of everything in the infield. Shortstop, second base, third base. Low, 3 balls, no strikes. Will he have the green light? Today he's the designated hitter. Low, ball 4. So he gives up the 2 home runs and then immediately walks the next batter on 4 straight pitches, and the manager does not come out to talk to him. I would go out to the mound to kind of calm him down, but guess not. So the third baseman, Matt Termini, steps up to the plate. 309 average, 7 homers, 53 runs batted in. Hunter leads off first with 1 out here in the second. 2-1 ball game, Bronx Knights lead. Pitch is outside, ball 1. Again, if I was the manager, I would send the pitching coach out there to calm him down. Very surprised there's no mound visit. Fouls off the changeup. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Saps leads off first. Herman sets and delivers. Deep fly ball the other way, but this one Jorge Soler will settle under and make the catch for out number 2. So batting ninth, the catcher Anthony Millo, 246, 9 homers, 44 runs batted in. Had a terrible April and May. He's starting to turn the season around in the second half, but we'll see. Pitch is low, ball 1. As you can see, he's 13 for his last 40. That's a batting average above 300 over his last handful of games. Oh, that's a deep drive, but unfortunately playable for Minnie Minoso, who settles under it, makes the catch, and retires the side. But 2 solo home runs. And after 1.5 innings of baseball, it's the Bronx Knights 2, Texas Rangers 1. So we go to the bottom of the second. Up steps Eddie Murray. 322, 22 home runs, 73 runs batted in. In real life, he was a Hall of Fame first baseman for... Whoa! Line drive towards the gap. Long run for Luklitch, but he will not get there. It will roll all the way to the wall. And the Texas Rangers will have a leadoff double here in the bottom of the second. That's Murray's 23rd double of the season. And 10-game hitting streak. That's when you start talking about hitting streaks. Let's look at the replay. Anyway, what I was saying before is that he was a member of the Baltimore Orioles, switch hitter, Hall of Famer. So up steps Minnie Minoso, 277, 19 homers, 49 runs batted in. Runner in scoring position with nobody out for Minoso. At the knees, strike one. Joey Pollard, the starting pitcher, with the record this season is 13-4. And that's a line drive past the diving attempt by Salazar. And we have ourselves, oh no, the runner stopped at third. I guess he had to delay, not knowing if Salazar was going to make a line drive catch. Was only able to get to third base, as you can see. And that prevented him from scoring on the line drive single. So there's runners at first and third here now, with nobody out, and the Hall of Fame catcher, Ivan Rodriguez, steps up to the plate. At the knees, strike one. Curveball low, count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Line drive. 1 out. Obviously no advance. Defensive alignment for the Bronx Knights, as you can see from the left to right in the outfield, O'Rourke, Luklitch, and LoCicero. And in the infield is Termini, Salazar, Ramos, Don Mattingly at first, and Anthony Millo behind the plate. So, runners at first and third and only 1 down. Corey Dickerson steps to the plate, the designated hitter. 255, 7 homers, 28 runs batted in. 2-seam fastball, inside corner, strike one. And he fouls off the breaking ball outside. Count quickly, no balls and 2 strikes on Dickerson. A little late on the 97-mile-an-hour fastball. Count remains no balls, 2 strikes. So tying run is at third base, 90 feet away. Can get home without the benefit of a base hit since there's only 1 out. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And there's 2 away, and he does not get the runner home. That's Joey Pollard's 2nd strikeout of the game. Let's watch the replay. Was it a strike? Yeah, just blew it right by him. So now the number 9 hitter, Joe Rizzo, needs a single or an error to get that runner home from third. 246 batting average on the season. High strike, but called a strike by the home plate umpire. Count is 0-1. Joe Rizzo has 8 homers and 21 runs batted in to go along with that average. Swing and a miss, and the count is 0-2. Circle change floats inside. Count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. Slow line drive, long run for, oh, he doesn't come up with it. It's going to be an RBI single for Joe Rizzo, and this ball game is tied at 2. Almost made a great play to end the inning, but couldn't quite get the shoestring catch in the glove. Let's see if they show the replay on the catch. And they don't. I guess they don't have a good angle. Well, anyway, the leadoff man, Johnny Damon, steps up. Runners at first and second with 2 out here in the bottom of the second. Ball game is tied at 2. At the knees, strike 1. 96 on the radar gun. And he pulls the circle change foul. Count is 0-2 on Damon. Johnny Damon was, I think of him as a Boston Red Sox and a New York Yankee. And it bounces away. And unfortunately, on the wild pitch, both runners move into scoring position here with 2 away. So now a single is a 2-run lead. Count is 1 ball, 2 strikes on Damon. Fouls off the 2-seam fastball. Count remains 1-2. And a line drive down the third base line. It goes foul. The count will stay right where it is. Deep drive to center, but right there is Luklitch. He makes the catch to retire the side. So they do get a run to tie it on the single by Joe Rizzo. At the end of 2, the ball game is tied at 2. So we go to the top of the 3rd. Lineup turns over for the Knights. Max Luklitch is up again, the center fielder. Grounded out in the 1st. This is his 2nd plate appearance. Pitch is high, ball 1. And that is a line drive which will hang up there long enough for Jorge Soler to make the catch for the 1st down.
The first baseman, number 23.
Here's a replay. Nice backhanded catch. Next up is Donnie Baseball. First baseman, 0 for 1, averages at .317 on the season. Outside corner, strike 1. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike on Mattingly. All-star for the New York Yankees back in the 80s and 90s. Deep drive the other way. Long run for Johnny Damon, but he will make the catch in front of the warning track in the deepest part of the ballpark for out number 2. Next up, Chris Ramos, .372, 41 homers, 106 runs batted in. Switch hitter batting from the right side, checked out the left side. Takes first pitch low, ball 1. He is 0 for 1 in this ball game. 2 balls and no strikes on Ramos. Second baseman, starting second baseman for the American League in this year's All-Star game. 3 balls, no strikes. So with 2 outs, will he have the green light on 3-0? Pitch is low, ball 4, and with 2 outs, the Knights have a base runner. So up steps Michael O'Rourke, who had a solo home run in his first at-bat. His average is up to .348 on the season. Chases a pitch outside, count is 0-1. Fouls off the fastball. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes on LoCicero. Check that on O'Rourke. So it's the top of the 3rd. Score is tied here in Arlington at 2. Lazy fly ball to left. Minoso barely has to move, settles under it, makes the catch, and retires the side. So after 2.5, it's the Bronx Knights 2, Texas Rangers 2. Tie ball game. So we go to the bottom of the 3rd, and Heidi Watney's microphone is not working, so we're going to have to cut away and see what we can do about fixing that microphone. In the meantime, Ben Zobrist struck out in the 1st. He steps up to lead off the bottom of the 3rd. Joey Pollard deals. Line drive, and he does not make the catch. Short hops him. It's a leadoff single on the first pitch of the 3rd for Ben Zobrist. He's 1 for 2. There's a replay. Sinking line drive, unable to make the catch. Knocks it down, keeps it in front of him. So runner at 1st and nobody out for Ernie Banks, who hit a solo homer in the 1st inning. Fouls off the 2-seam fastball, strike number 1. Circle change floats in there. Strike 2. And he fouls off the knuckle curve. Count remains no balls and 2 strikes on Banks. Popped him up on the infield. Termini, the third baseman, makes the catch for out number 1.
The right fielder, number 12.
So the right field, checked out the right fielder, Jorge Soler, steps up. He's 0 for 1. Pitches outside, ball 1. All right, hey Jose, good to see you back in the chat room, so to speak. Line drive to center. It is a base hit. We are tied at 2 here in the bottom of the 3rd in Arlington, Texas. Quick 2-game set. Knights have won the first game of the 2-game set, trying to get that quick 2-game sweep. Jorge Soler just smashed a single to center, as you can see, and there are runners at first and second with only 1 out. And up steps the switch hitter Eddie Murray, who doubled in the first inning. He is 1 for 1. Oh, that's a deep drive. That might not come back, ladies and gentlemen. That is gone. It is a 3-run home run for Eddie Murray, number 23 of the season. And just like that, the Texas Rangers take an early 4-1 lead. Ugh. Let's look at the replay. Oof. That'll give you a stomach ache. So we got some work to do. So next up is Minnie Minoso. 1 out, bases clear here in the 3rd. He had a single in the 2nd inning, his 2nd plate appearance. Outside corner, strike 1. Jammed him, ground ball to the 2nd baseman Ramos. Throws to 1st, and there are 2 away. Hall of Fame catcher Ivan Rodriguez lined out in the 2nd. He's up there with 2 outs. Fouls off the first pitch, 2-seam fastball down the first base line. Strike 1. Deep drive. Looks like it's got a chance. It does. Hits off the top of the wall. And he's going to race his way into 2nd base. So with 2 outs, they have a runner in scoring position. That's the 11th double of the season for Ivan Rodriguez. And this has not been a good inning for Joey Pollard. Now, I have no intention of taking him out of this game, but I'm going to go and do a mound visit because it's just a good strategy to slow him down, relax him, keep that confidence meter on the left-hand side of the screen, the blue bar, CFD, from going down too low. So Corey Dickerson is up next. He struck out in the 1st. It's 0 for 1. Nobody warming up in the bullpen, as you can see. 2 outs, runner in scoring position. And it is a hard ground ball to Mattingly. Scoops it up, takes it himself, and retires aside. But it's not 4-1, it's 5-2. Because I can't do simple math. Still a 3-run lead at the end of 3. Texas Rangers lead. So we go to the top of the 4th. Up steps the shortstop Jacob Salazar. He singled in his first at-bat. 5-2 ball game here in the top of the 4th. Pitches outside corner, strike 1. Outside, count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike on Salazar. Just gets a piece of the curveball. Count is 1 ball, 2 strikes. Two and 2. Full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes. The right fielder, Benny LoCicero, is on deck. Here comes the payoff pitch. So his team gives him a 3-run lead He comes out to the mound and walks the first man he sees, and that will give managers agita right there. You get a 3-run lead, you throw strikes. So, leadoff man is on for the Knights. Up steps Benny LoCicero. He had a solo home run, his 23rd of the season, in his first at-bat, but finds the team down by 3 here in the 4th. Outside corner at the knees, strike 1. Salazar leads off first. And he's a little early on that changeup. Pulls it foul. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes on LoCicero. High and outside, 1 ball, 2 strikes. So Benny LoCicero was on the All-Star roster. He was not the starting right fielder for the All-Star game this season, but he was on the roster. Inside, off the plate, strong throw to second, not in time. So it's a wild pitch, I believe. Yes, wild pitch by Domingo Germán. And now the Knights have a runner in scoring position with nobody out. Must have crossed him up on the signals. 2 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. Runner leads off second here in the top of the 4th. Late on the curveball, and we'll do it again. Count remains 2-2. Inside, full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Matt Saps is on deck. Here comes the payoff pitch to LoCicero. Swing and a miss out in front of the changeup, and he strikes him out. So there's 1 away. Hey, I don't know who needs to see that. So Matt Saps steps up to the plate. He walked in the second, so no official at-bat as of yet. Obviously, Salazar is in scoring position. Checks his swing. Curveball outside. 1 ball and no strikes. Saps is hitting .278 on the season. Zobrist at second is trying to keep Salazar close. Pitch is high. 2 balls and no strikes. Swings over the top of the changeup. Count is 2 balls, 1 strike. Saps is hitting .323 with runners in scoring position this season. Fouls off the changeup. Count 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. So .323, he's got maybe a 50 or 60 point bump over his regular season average when there's a runner at second or third. So let's see if it pays off. Again, just fouls it off to stay alive. Count remains 2-2. And that's a line drive, which is, was it a catch? Yes, it was a brilliant catch by Jorge Soler for the second out of the inning. I was wondering if he trapped it. What a great catch. Show us that replay. You got to respect a good play. Yep, caught it on a fly. Nice play. So with 2 outs and a runner still in scoring position, Matt Termini, the third baseman, steps up. He's 0 for 1. Slow roller to the shortstop. Ernie Banks fires across in time, and the inning is over. So 3.5 innings of baseball. It's a 3-run lead for the Texas Rangers. They lead 5-2. So we go to the bottom of the 4th. Number 9 hitter Joe Rizzo has an RBI single today. Second plate appearance against Pollard. And he pulls it foul, strike 1. Swing and a miss over the circle change. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes on Rizzo. Strike 3 called inside corner. And there's one away. That's strikeout number 3 for Pollard.
Up next for the Rangers.
Here's the replay.
The center fielder, Johnny.
Too close to take with 2 strikes. You got to foul it off just to be on the safe side. So next up is the leadoff man. His 3rd plate appearance is Johnny Damon. He's 0 for 2. Fouls off the high fastball. Strike 1. 288. He has 24 stolen bases on the season. That's a line drive to center. Cutting across is Luklitch, who makes the catch for out number 2.
Up next for the Rangers, the second baseman,
So Ben Zobrist, he singled, he scored a run. He is 1 for 2 today. He's up there with 2 outs. Pitch is low, ball 1.
Count 1-0.
Wow. Circle change, high strike. I don't agree with the call, but I'll take it. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Grounds it the other way. Only man over there is Termini. Long throw, does not make it. So basically the shift was on. They're calling it a base hit because it's not Termini's fault. He was the only man over on the left side of the infield with the shift on. 3 infielders on the right, 1 on the left. He had to play shortstop and third. Long run, did not make the play. But 1 more pitch, and Mattingly scoops it himself, steps on first, and the side is retired. End of 4 innings of baseball. Texas 5, Bronx 2. So we go to the top of the 5th. Number 9 hitter Millo, Anthony Millo, the catcher, steps up, is 0 for 1. Checks the swing, pitches low, ball 1. I don't want to say it and jinx him, but Anthony Millo looks like he's lost some weight. Swing and a miss, curveball low, count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Oh, it hit him. So again, the leadoff man is on for the Bronx Knights. Free pass for Millo. So, Max Luklitch, Mighty Max, he's 0 for 2. Runner at first. Nobody out here in the 5th. 3-run ball game. Here's the pitch from Herman. Lazy fly ball to center. And Damon is there for the first one. First out.
the first baseman, number 23.
Next up, Donnie Baseball. He's also 0 for 2, 2 flyouts today. Millo leads off first. Pitch is outside, ball 1. Hard ground ball to the shortstop, over to second for 1, back to first, double play, 6-4-3 DP to retire the side. So just like that, 4.5 innings of baseball, score remains 5-2. Texas leads. So we go to the bottom of the 5th. Jorge Soler steps up to lead off the inning. He's 1 for 2. And I am going to go to the manager's office and the bullpen to warm somebody up. I'm going to warm up Telly just in case things get out of hand. It's already a 3-run ball game. I can't fall behind any further than that. Pitch is in there, strike 1. He's on basically a hitter-by-hitter basis from this point on. Deep drive. Curving into the seats, out of play. Strike 1. No, check that. Strike 2. Count is 0-2. Circle change inside, 1 ball, 2 strikes. So as I said earlier, Joey Pollard is 13-4 on the season. Always remember Dodger home run. Swing and a miss. Strike 3 and there's 1 away. When you say always remember, that's strikeout number 4 for Pollard. When you say the Dodger home run, because I'm old, the first thing that pops into my head is Kirk Gibson hitting a home run in the playoffs off of, what was his name? He was the Oakland Athletics closer with the funky delivery. I remember that like it was yesterday because I had a test in the morning as a high school student, and I almost fell asleep. My eyes were half closed, but I remember that home run right before I passed out. I think it was 1980 some, I don't know, it was 87, 88, I don't know. Well, anyway, count is 0-2 on Eddie Murray. 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th. Dennis Eckersley. Dennis Eckersley was the name of the closer. What a hit. Well, anyway, I digress. Count is 0-2 on Eddie Murray. He's 2 for 2 in today's game. Swinging a hot bat. But this time he pops it up. On the outfield grass is the shortstop, Salazar. Makes the catch for out number 2.
Now batting, number 9.
So with 2 away, Minnie Minoso steps up. He's 1 for 2 with a single. Line drive to the left side. It is a base hit. Yep. Pumping his fist as he rounds the bases. Yeah, you remember. So, 2-out single for Minnie Minoso. And as you can see, 4 2/3 innings. He's given up 10 hits and 5 earned runs. So this has certainly not been Joey's day. So this is basically going to probably be his last batter no matter what. So Ivan Rodriguez, Hall of Fame catcher, steps in with a runner at first and takes it at the knees, strike 1. High strike, but called a strike nonetheless by that generous home plate umpire. Count is 0-2. And it is a ground ball base hit through the right side. And just like that, with 2 outs, they have runners at first and second. That's hit number 11 on the ledger for Joey Pollard. He obviously left his good stuff warming up in the bullpen. I am a true well, listen, you certainly are a true baseball fan. For you to be sticking around listening to me broadcast these games, you must miss baseball quite a bit, and I really appreciate it because it's more fun to do this when people are listening. So thank you very much, Mr. Hall. So what we're going to do is for Corey Dickerson, we're going to go to the bullpen, and we're going to say that is all. The 50-year-old version of Don Mattingly, who's the manager of the Bronx Knights, calls for the right-hander Telly Argios, and that is all for Joey. He cannot win. He can lose, but he cannot win. He's responsible for both runners on base. So in comes Telly. He's pitched in 27 games. He's 4-5 with a 5.26 earned run average. Bounced in and out of the starting rotation this season, trying to find a home in the bullpen. Runners at first and second with 2 down. 2-seam fastballs low, ball 1. Dickerson is 0 for 2. Fouls off the curveball, count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. So Dickerson batting average with runners in scoring position is in the low 200s, so that bodes well for the Knights, but we'll see. Ground ball to Termini, routine play, throws across the diamond in time, and they strand 2 runners. However, it is an official ball game, 5 innings complete. Texas leads by 3. It's 5-2. I miss baseball a lot too. Obviously, I have to miss baseball to do this, but anyway. So we go to the top of the 6th. Rangers bullpen is active. Chris Ramos, he is 0 for 1, steps up to the plate. And it is a slow roller up the middle. Tough play, one-handed across. What a play by Ernie Banks. He barehanded the ball through a strike to Eddie Murray at first base for the first out of the inning. They should show a replay of that, but they don't. So with 1 out, Michael O'Rourke has a solo homer today. He's 1 for 2. Steps up to the plate here in the 6th. At the knees, strike 1. So righty and a lefty, Seth Lugo and Daniel Norris warming up in the Rangers bullpen. Count is 0-1 on O'Rourke. Checks his swing, pitches inside. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Count is 2-1.
Oh, this is a chance for another one. It is high. It is deep, but at the warning track, it dies. And Soler makes the catch for out number 2. Just got under it. Made a bid for a second of the ball game, but it's not to be. So with 2 outs here in the top of the 6th, Jacob Salazar steps up. He has a single in today's game. He is 1 for 1. Pitch is low, ball 1. Line drive the other way, short run for Minoso, makes the catch to retire the side. 5.5. Still a 3-run lead for the Texas Rangers. It's 5-2. Oof! I got to get my hitting shoes on. Let's go! Not a sellout. So, Argios is still out there. It is the bottom of the 6th. Joe Rizzo was 1 for 2 with an RBI single today. Fouls off the 2-seamer, strike 1. Sellout. I'm trying to figure out what you mean by sellout. Selling out to who for what? Can't quite figure that out. I'm trying to think if it's a regional thing. Just missed inside, count as 1 ball, 1 strike. So you said, I think you said you were from Tennessee. So is it because of who you root for? I don't even know who you root for, so I'm not sure. But in any event. So, pitches low but fouled off by Rizzo, count as 1 ball and 2 strikes here in the 6th. It's 5-2 Texas. Line drive, unfortunately, drops in front of the left fielder O'Rourke, and it is a leadoff single for Rizzo. He's 2 for 3. And they have the leadoff man on here in the bottom of the 6th. Stadium not full. Oh, not a sellout. Foolish me. I was thinking sellout in terms of selling out your soul. Like my mind immediately went to like what fan of a team you are and that you're not selling out for rooting for maybe like the Dodgers or something. I wasn't really sure what you meant, but yeah, obviously it's not a sellout. That kind of drives me nuts in these games when it's not a sellout. It's nothing you can really do to change it. So anyway, pitches at the knees, strike 1. Runner at first. Nobody out. Johnny Damon is up. And it is a lazy fly ball to center. Luklitch is there. He makes the catch for out number 1. So, with 1 out here in the 6th, up steps Ben Zobrist, who's 2 for 3. Braves fan. Very cool. Makes sense. Atlanta's close to Tennessee. Makes sense. Good franchise. I remember Bobby Cox getting them in the playoffs every year in the 1990s. So it was a little, I mean, I'm not a Mets fan, so the Mets fans really hated the Braves. I really just, neither here nor there. Swinging and no, check that. He fouls it off. And the count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes on Zobrist. Obviously, I'm a New York Yankees fan, but I didn't want to eliminate the New York Yankees, so I left them in the league and created the Bronx Knights. Line drive to LoCicero in right. He makes the catch for out number 2. No advance on the base paths. So we have a runner at first. 2 down here in the 6th. It's a 3-run lead. Texas leads 5-2. Up steps Ernie Banks. He's 1 for 3, but that one was a big one. Here was in the first inning to start them off with a 1-0 lead. Straightaway center. Boom. The beginning of Joey Pollard's bad day on the mound. So he steps up with a runner at first and 2 away. Fouls off the 2-seam fastball, strike 1. Foul ball up the first base line. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes. Did he check it? Yes, he did. Did not cross the plate, so the count is 1 ball and 2 strikes on Banks. Off the plate inside, count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes on Banks. And it is a line drive past the diving attempt by Ramos, and he's going to go all the way to third base. He's going to go to second. Will he make it? Yes, he will. So the hustle gets him his 27th double of the season. And it's second and third with 2 outs. And they're challenging here. They're threatening with these 2-out hits. It's already a 3-run lead. The Knights can't afford to let it get past them any further. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back to the bullpen. And we're going to warm up righty switch righty. So we're going to warm up Zach Efron. And I'll warm up Jesse Biddle just in case. And then I wonder if I'm allowed to do another mound visit. Actually, you know what? I don't know the rule, so I'm not going to mess with it. I don't want them to force me to take the pitcher out. First pitch from Telly at the first base line. LoCicero makes the catch to retire the side, and they strand 2 runners. At the end of 6 innings of baseball, it's Texas 5, Knights 2.
Ladies and gentlemen.
So taking over pitching duties for the Texas Rangers is Seth Lugo, 2-1 with a 2.43 earned run average. And leading off will be Benny LoCicero, who in the second inning got himself a solo shot. I think I'm going to bring somebody in. I don't like the way Telly is pitching. So let's see. We just go to manager's office, bullpen. Switch righty. Zach Eflin's I'm gonna schedule Zach to come in the game. The right-hander to pitch to the 2 right-handers next inning. So we're in the top of the 7th. Lead base runners. Outside, ball 1. Well, you know what? To be honest with you, I'm not sure. 2 balls and no strikes. I'm not really sure. I know that the game has a rule where it says that the relievers have to pitch to 3 batters before that new rule in baseball that I think came in 2019. I'm not a fan of that rule. I don't know if there's a rule where you can't make a certain number of visits. I'm not sure. So I don't want the computer to mess with me. Count as 2 balls and 1 strike. 3 balls, 1 strike. Hitters count on LoCicero. In there, strike 1, count as full, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Here comes the payoff pitch from Lugo. Grounds it up the first base line. It's fair ball. Steps on the bag for the first out. So Matt Saps walked in the second inning. Officially, he's 0 for 1. Lugo sets and delivers. And that is a line drive base hit to left. So with 1 out, the Knights have a base runner. Let's look at this replay. Show me the replay. 7-game hitting streak. Shouldn't talk about a hitting streak until it gets to 10 games. But it is what it is. Nice line drive hit. So next up is Matt Termini. 0 for 2 today. Runner at first and 1 down. Chases the high fastball for strike 1. And that is a line drive which will drop in there to center field for a base hit. And they are threatening here in the top of the 7th. The tying run will come to the plate as we have runners at first and second and only 1 out. So next up is the catcher, Anthony Millo, hit by a pitch in the 5th. He's 0 for 1. Fouls off the 96-mile-an-hour fastball, strike 1. He's got that average up to 245 on the season. He's hitting in the 220s for the first 2 months of the season, so he's trying to turn it around. Outside, ball 1. Count is 1 ball and 1 strikes on the catcher. And that is a line drive up the middle. It is a base hit. Saps rounds third. He's heading home. Throw to the plate is cut off. It is an RBI single by Anthony Millo, and the score is 5-3. Nice clutch hitting. Come on, show me that replay. Here we go. Boom. what happens when you get on a Stairmaster and a treadmill, lose a couple of pounds. Leadoff man, Max Luklitch is 0 for 3. His runners at first and third, and only 1 out. Grounds it up the middle, flips over to second for 1, back to first. It is a fielder's choice. It's an RBI ground out, and the score is now 5-4. It is a 1-run ball game here in the top of the 7th. The speed beat out the double play ball. So, Daniel Norris comes in relief for the Rangers. This is his 30th appearance out of the bullpen. He's 0-1 with a 3.93 earned run average. In my estimation, it's basically a left-hander to pitch to the lefty Don Mattingly. Donnie Baseball, 0 for 3 today. He's only 1 for 8 in this 2-game series. 2 outs here in the 7th. Luklitch is at first with a lot of speed. Pitches outside, ball 1. Luklitch leads off first. Quick throw to first, make sure he's close. I think Luklitch has 31 steals on the season, and we have 2 months left of the season. Oh no, he caught him. Quick throw to first is in time. Caught stealing, side retired. So, get up and stretch, ladies and gentlemen. Time for the 7th inning stretch. Bronx Knights score 2, and they make it a 1-run ball game, 5-4. Do I want to change pitchers? Yes, I do. In relief for the Knights comes Zach Eflin, making his 14th appearance. He's check that. He is no win-loss record. His ERA is 2.92. Yeah, I'm disappointed. So, Eddie Murray, 3 for 7 in this series. 2 for 3 today. He's got a homer, a double, and 3 runs batted in. He is on fire today. He leads off in the bottom of the 7th. And he pops it up. Out of the crouch jumps Millo. On the first base line, he makes the catch for out number 1. 1 pitch, 1 away. Next up, Minnie Minoso, 2 for 3. 2 singles. Yeah, it's a good question. Actually, to be honest with you, I control the pitching. I control the hitting. I have the base running on auto base running, only because it gets really aggravating to control the base running. So that really wasn't me. That was the computer, unfortunately. So it's the risk I take, the mode that I play. What am I going to do? So anyway, fouls off the first pitch. Count is 0-1 here in the bottom of the 7th with 1 out. 5-4 lead for Texas. And he hits it off the end of the bat and skies it to right center field. Luklitch is there for the 2nd out. So with 2 away, Ivan Rodriguez steps up, 2 for 3. Single, he's doubled. He's up there with 2 outs. Pitches outside, ball 1. Ground ball up the middle past the diving attempt by Salazar. And again, it's the 3rd hit of the ball game for Ivan Rodriguez. He is on fire today.
Now back, the designated hitter.
Up the middle, ground ball with eyes. I control the fielders too when they dive. The only thing I don't control is the base runners. It's just very irritating with the controller to control the base runners, especially when you try to steal at the same time you're trying to hit. It's annoying. So anyway, inside corner with the slider, strike 1 to Corey Dickerson, who's 0 for 3. He's 0 for 6 in this short 2-game set. Just misses outside. Elfin wanted that pitch, but instead of being 0-2, it is 1 ball and 1 strike. Inside off the plate, count is 2-1. Swing and a miss at the 96-mile-an-hour high fastball. Count is even at 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th. Runner leads off first. Here's the pitch. And he pulls it foul up the first base line. Count will stay right where it is. Terminating fields, fires, side retired. So at the end of 7, we go to the bottom, check that, the top of the 8th. It is a 1-run ball game. Texas leads 5-4. Let's do this. All right. So Mattingly steps in again here in the top of the 8th. He's 0 for 3 today. Steps in again because Luklitch was caught stealing in the top of the 7th. Takes the first pitch in there, strike 1. Hard ground ball, base hit. And the leadoff man for the Knights is on here in the top of the 8th. Mattingly is 1 for 4.
Now batting, the second baseman.
Do I want to? Yeah, I'll ignore that. I'm keeping Mattingly in. They were asking me if I wanted to substitute the runner for somebody faster. So, Chris Ramos, uncharacteristically, is 0 for 6 in this short series. 0 for 2 today. He did walk. Pitch, backdoor slider, strike 1. Hitting from the right side against the lefty Norris, switch hitter. Tries to get him with that backdoor slider again, but instead it's ball 1. 18,621, obviously not a sellout. They have to be somewhere in the 40,000 range for it to be sellout. Count as 1 ball and 1 strike. Just low, 2 balls, 1 strike on Ramos. He has 41 home runs on the season. 3 balls, 1 strike, nobody out. Runner leads off first. Here comes the pitch. Oh, that is gonzo! And the Bronx Knights take the lead. It is 6-5 on home run number 42 of the season for Chris Ramos. Beast. Oh, yeah. See the replay. Boom. That's what happens when you go down 3-1 to a guy who has 41 home runs with 2 months of the season left. Upper deck. Boom. All right, now, pitching change. Brett Martin comes in, 1-2 record, 5.14 earned run average in 21 innings pitched. And before we go to Michael O'Rourke, okay, bullpen, Jesse, oh, wait a minute. 2 left. You know what? Jesse Biddle is coming in. Schedule a pitch game. Jesse Biddle's going to pitch. I'm going to warm up Dellin Betances, the setup man, just in case Jesse Biddle gets into trouble. So now we get back to the plate. So still nobody out. 6-5 lead for the Knights. Just gets a piece of the slider, strike 1. Michael O'Rourke's 1 for 3, has a home run of his own. Shit, I'm late. Hey, Mr. Outlander Show, welcome. Swing and a miss. Count is 0-2. The Bronx Knights just took the lead here in the top of the 8th. With a 2-run home run by Chris Ramos, the second baseman. They were down 5-4, actually down 5-2 in this game for most of the game. Count is 0-2 on Michael O'Rourke. Oh, he catches him with the outside corner. He does not like the call, but there's 1 away. Come on, show me the replay. Ah, terrible replay angle. I would love to have seen where the pitch was, but anyway. With 1 away, Jacob Salazar, also a switch hitter, bats from the right side. Takes outside ball 1. Right side against the lefty Brett Martin. And he fouls it up the first base line. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike for Salazar. Two balls and 1 strike. Outside again. Hitters count. 3 balls, 1 strike, 1 out here. Top of the 8th in Arlington. 6-5 lead for the Knights. And it's low. Ball 4 and he walks him. So Martin comes in and walks him.
Now batting, number 38.
That'll give a migraine headache to most managers. Just throw strikes. So Benny LoCicero is 1 for 3 with a home run of his own. Runner at first, 1 away. Checks the swing. Did he go? No, he did not, according to the third base umpire. Count is 0-1. Two-seam fastball outside. Count is 2 balls and no strikes, and he seems to have lost control of the strike zone. Line drive, just foul. Count is 2 balls and 1 strike. Salazar leads off first, sets and delivers. Again, a hitter's count. 3 balls, 1 strike, 1 out here in the top of the 8th. Here comes the pitch. And it is a shallow fly ball, long run towards the right center field gap, but Damon makes the catch for out number 2. No advance on the base paths.
Now batting, number 31.
So next up is Matt Saps, 1 for 2 with a single today. Pitch out, but nothing doing on the bases. Salazar was not going. Jacob has 10 steals on the season. He's not a prototypical base stealer, but he does have some speed. Just gets a piece of the slider. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike on Saps. Big lead at first. Quick throw over there. It's back. Again, throw over. Just gets a piece of the slider. Count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. Inside, 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the top of the 8th. 6-5 ball game. Bronx Knights lead. Runner at first. Leads off. Here comes the pitch. Line drive. Oh, just curves foul. And we'll do it again. Count goes full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The runner will be in motion. Here comes the payoff pitch. And it's ball 4. So with 2 outs, they'll have runners at first and second. So now they have a runner in scoring position, that insurance run at second base. And up steps Matt Termini, the third baseman, who's 1 for 3 with a single today. He's got that average up to 309. He's going to need a single to get in that insurance run. Let's see if he can do it. High and tight, ball 1. 343 average with runners in scoring position for Termini. So, good 40 points over his regular season average. And that's a deep drive to right, but it looks playable. At the warning track, Soler makes the catch to retire the side. But not before Chris Ramos hits his 42nd home run of this season with 2 months left to go to give the Knights a 6-5 advantage. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Do I want to change pitchers? Yes, I do. So in comes Jesse Biddle, 41st appearance out of the bullpen. He's 2-2 with a 1.34 earned run average. And up steps the number 9 hitter Joe Rizzo. He's 2 for 3 today, actually, with an RBI. Swing and a miss. Strike 1 at the 97-mile-an-hour fastball. And he's out in front of the curveball. And quickly the count is no balls and 2 strikes on Rizzo. Outside, ball 1. So the bullpen this season, the two left-handers in the bullpen, Caleb Smith and Jesse Biddle, have been lights out, but the right-handers, middle relief right-handers have been a complete mess. In there at the knees, Rizzo does not like the call, but it still doesn't matter, and there's one away. Here's the replay. Again, a terrible angle, but there's one away. So the leadoff hitter, Johnny Damon, steps up. I think it's at bat number 4 for him. No, check that. At bat number 5, he's 0 for 4. In there, strike 1. Swing and a miss at the slider. Count is 0-2. Deep drive, heading towards the foul pole, but he curves into the seats and out of play. Count is 0-2. Check the swing, gets away from the catcher, jumps out of his crouch, makes a throw in time. And there's 2 away. Nice play by Millo. At first, the ball in the dirt gets away from him, jumps out of his crouch, makes a strong throw to first. And there is 2 away here. So Ben Zobrist, switch hitter himself, bats now from the right side against the lefty Biddle. And he grounds it to the first baseman, Mattingly, who takes it to the bag himself, and the side is retired. So we go to the top of the 9th. 1-run lead for the Bronx Knights. They lead 6-5. So now, before Archie Bradley gets the pitch and Anthony Millo steps up, we're going to the manager's office and the bullpen. We're going to sit Dellin Betances down, and John Smoltz, the closer, we're going to warm him up, and we're going to schedule to put him in the game. He's coming in the 9th. If I score 5 runs in this inning, maybe I'll get somebody else up. So Anthony Millo, the number 9 hitter, who's 2 for 3 today, fouls off the first pitch for strike 1. I'm sorry, he's 1 for 2. Check that. Getting a little ahead of myself. Swing and a miss, and the count is 0-2. Ronaldo Lopez, who pitched in yesterday's game, is actually in the bullpen warming up 2 days in a row. Outside, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Checks his swing, knuckle curve is low, count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. And it's a ground ball, up the middle, scoop nicely, jump throw, in time, beautiful play by Zobrist for out number 1. They need to show a replay of that. That was nice. Oh, come on. There we go. Give the guy his due. So backhanded. Takes flight, makes a strong throw. It's helpful that he knows that the catcher is the one running and doesn't have a lot of speed. So with 1 out, Luklitch is 0 for 4 today. Trying to get in that hit column. Pitches outside, ball 1. And it's a ground ball to Zobrist, much easier than the previous play, and there are 2 away. So with 2 down here in the top of the 9th, Don Mattingly steps up 1 for 4 with a single. He has also scored a run. Pitches outside, ball 1, 96 miles an hour on the radar gun. Oh, check that, they called it a strike, it's 0-1. 1 ball and 1 strike. Pardon me. Thought it was a ball. And that is going to bloop into center field. It is a base hit, and Mattingly is now 2 for 5. Just serves it. Bloop base hit into center field. Kind of got him in on his hands, but muscles it out in front of Damon for a 2-out single. And up steps Chris Ramos, who has a 2-run homer today. He's 1 for 3. Knuckle curve floats outside, ball 1. Mattingly leads off first. And it is a line drive, but tracking it is Johnny Damon to make the catch and retire the side. So we go to the bottom of the 9th. It's a one-run ball game. Bronx Knights lead 6-5. Do you want to change pitchers? Yes, I do.
Your attention, please.
Coming in relief for the save is John Smoltz, Atlanta Braves Hall of Fame starter, Hall of Fame closer, someday will be Hall of Fame broadcaster. His record is 4-0. He has 20 saves and 24 appearances. His ERA is just over 3. First man he will face is Ernie Banks. He's 2 for 4 with a home run. Outside corner, 99 miles an hour on the radar gun. 4 strike number 1. Swing and a miss out in front of the curveball. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes on Banks. Oh, that's a deep drive. He goes back to the track, the wall, looking up. He does not come down with it, and we have a tie ball game as Ernie Banks hits home run number 28. And the score is 6-6. Blown save. Actually, 2 blown saves in a row. He blew the save yesterday in similar fashion, even though the Bronx Knights ended up being victorious regardless. So 2 blown saves in a row for John Smoltz. Here's the replay. Oof. Home run number 28 from the Hall of Fame shortstop for the Chicago Cubs, Ernie Banks. So, next up, bases empty, obviously. Jorge Soler's 1 for 4 with a single. Steps up. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Pitches outside, count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Swing and a miss at the inside fastball, count is 1-2. Outside corner, strike 3, looking. And that is the first out here in the bottom of the 9th. So next up is Eddie Murray. He's 2 for 4. He has a homer and 3 runs batted in today. Steps in from the left side against the righty Smoltz. At the knees, strike 1. Just misses low with the split finger fastball. Count is 1 ball and 1 strike on Murray. In on his hands, deep fly ball to right, but LoCicero is there to make the catch for the second out. So Minnie Minoso's 2 for 4 with 2 singles. He's up there with 2 outs in the 9th. Swing and a miss, fastball, strike 1. Outside corner, strike 2. Wide strike zone from that home plate umpire, but I will take it. Ground ball from his knees. Long throw from Termini is in time. Side is retired. So we're going to extra innings, gentlemen. We have a tie ball game thanks to Ernie Banks. The score is tied at 6. I think I need some more water. So, top of the 10th. Michael O'Rourke steps up. He's 1 for 4. Now, before we do that, manager, bullpen, Dellin Betances is going to warm up. I'm going to pitch into the 10th, the bottom of the 10th with John Smoltz, but I got Dellin Betances warming up just in case. First pitch to Michael O'Rourke is low, ball 1. Archie Bradley is out there for a second inning of work. 1 ball and no strikes to the left fielder. And he skies it the other way. Shallow fly ball. Minoso makes the catch for out number 1. Jacob Salazar, 1 for 2 with a single. Steps in from the left side. Deep drive, but playable for Johnny Damon. He makes the catch for out number 2.
The batter, number 38.
Benny LoCicero is only 1 for 4, but that one was a big one. It was a solo home run. 2 outs here in the top of the 10th. And it's a line drive, but Soler barely has to move. He makes the catch. A 1-2-3 inning for Archie Bradley. And we go to the bottom of the 10th. It's tied at 6. So, Ivan Rodriguez is 3 for 4 in today's game. He's got that average up to 285. Smoltz is still out there. Deep drives, line drive to center, but Luklitch is there. 1 pitch, 1 away. Corey Dickerson, DH today for the Texas Rangers. He's 0 for 4. Inside corner, strike 1. Swing and a miss over the slider. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes to Dickerson. Shallow fly ball to the left center field gap. Long run for Luklitch, but he makes the catch for out number 2. Nice long run. He's got a lot of speed and cover a lot of territory out there with those legs. So Joe Rizzo's 2 for 4 with an RBI single. 2 singles and an RBI, that is. He's up there with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 10th. And it's in there for strike 1. Inside. Count as 1 ball and 1 strike. Low with the curveball. 2 balls, 1 strike. Swing and a miss at the fastball. 98 on the radar gun. Count evens at 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 10th. Score is tied at 6 in Arlington, Texas. Slow roller to Ramos at second. Throws to first in time. And we will go to the 11th. Extra innings will continue. Score is tied at 6. Rally up. So, in relief, Michael Kopech making his 35th appearance out of the bullpen for the Rangers. He's 4 and 4 with a 5.58 earned run average. My goodness. All right, so up steps Matthew Saps. He is 1 for 2 with a single. He has a run scored. He leads off from the top of the 11th. That's a deep drive, but not deep enough. Minoso makes the catch. 1 pitch, 1 away. Okay, so what I'd like to do before Matt Termini steps up is go to the bullpen. Dylan Betances is, I'm going to schedule him to go in the game. I think 2 innings for the closer is enough. He shouldn't have to go a 3rd inning. So 1 away here in the 11th. Matt Termini is 1 for 4. He pops him up on the left side. Eddie Murray in foul territory makes the catch. 2 quick outs. 2 pitches, 2 outs. Hitters are not showing a lot of patience up there.
The batter, number 43.
So Anthony Millo is 1 for 3. He does have an RBI single today. Grounds it up the third base line. Strike number 1. Checks the swing, pitches low, count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. And that is a drive the other way, but playable. Soler, almost a collision out there, but Soler makes the catch to retire the side. We go to the bottom of the 11th. Ball game is still tied at 6. So changing pitchers. So in relief to pitch the 11th, Dylan Patances. He is 1-2. He does have 5 saves. His ERA is 1.58. He has 57 strikeouts in 40 innings pitched. He has been lightning this season. So Johnny Damon is 0 for 5 in today's ball game. Inside corner, strike 1.
0-1.
Ground ball to the right side. Ramos is there, and there's 1 away. Ben Zobrist is up. He's 4 for 9 in this 2-game series. 2 for 5 today, 2 singles. Steps in with 1 out. Grounds it up the first base line, strike 1. And he just slaps at it. Grounds it third base side. Count is 0-2 on Zobrist. And he pulls the fastball foul. He was waiting for it. Still count is 0-2. Just gets a piece of the two-seam fastball to stay alive. Swing and a miss, the knuckle curve. And there's 2 way out in front of the breaking ball. Show that replay, come on. Ah, terrible angle. So, the man who tied this ball game, Ernie Banks, steps up. He is 3 for 5 with 2 home runs today. Fouls it off, strike 1. Swing and a miss out in front. Count is 0-2 on Banks. Just gets a piece of the slider. Count will remain no balls and 2 strikes. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 11th. We are in extra innings. Swing and a miss, strike 3, innings over, side retired. So we go to the top of the 12th inning. This ball game's still tied at 6. So leadoff man Benny, check that. Leadoff man Max Luklitch is 0 for 5, just like Johnny Damon was. Let's see if he can get himself on the hit column. Swings at the first pitch and lines it. Foul ball, strike 1. Out in front of the changeup, count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes on the leadoff man. Outside, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Rally up. Count evens 2 balls and 2 strikes on Max. So he was ahead 0-2. Now it's 3-2. Full count. Here comes the payoff pitch. So he's ahead 0-2 and he ends up walking him. Cardinal sin in extra innings to walk the leadoff man. Pitch sequence. Low, low. So it's 0-2. Starts to nibble, 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 and nibble. Honestly, he didn't throw a strike. All 6 pitches were balls. So Donnie Baseball's 3 for 10 in this series. He's 2 for 5 today with 2 singles. I'm sure he's going to give Luklitch an opportunity to steal. Takes inside ball 1. He's not going to be jumping at the first pitch. He wants to give him a chance to get a good lead over there at first. Because runner in scoring position with nobody out is a priceless situation in extra innings. Wow, pitch is high. They called it a ball. They've been calling that high strike a strike all game. But now it's 2-0. Fouls off the changeup. Count is 2 balls and 1 strike on Don Mattingly. Luklitch leads off first. Not a big lead, surprisingly. Deep drive to center, but playable for Damon. And there's one away. Luklitch retreats back to first. No tag. No advance. So next up is second baseman Chris Ramos. He has a 2-run home run in the 8th to give them a 6-5 lead. But of course, that didn't get us through. It's a 6-6 ball game. It's 1 for 4. Pitch is outside, ball 1. I mean, if you want to look on the negative, Ramos has grounded into 15 double plays on the season, but he also driven in 108 runs and 2 months of the season left. Quick throw to first. Luklitch is back. I tend to focus on the positive. Thank you very much. Count is 1 ball and no strikes on Ramos. Two balls and no strikes. He's pitching in very carefully. Three and 0, bounces away, but Luklitch doesn't take advantage. Nice block by Ivan Rodriguez, keeping the ball in front of him. So 3-0 count. Will he have the green light? No, he will not. My hands are not even on the controller. Right down the middle, strike 1. But the hitters count 3 balls and 1 strike. The shackles are now off. Let's see what happens. Oh! That is Gonzo! 2-run home run, number 43 of the season. His second of the ball game. And here in the top of the 12th, Chris Ramos has given the Bronx Knights an 8-6 lead. Oh yeah! See the replay. Boom indeed. Let's watch this. Oh, 43. RBIs number 109 and 110 on the season. So in relief comes Reynaldo Lopez. He is somehow 11-3 with a 5.45 earned run average. So he apparently is pitched in much good fortune. He's come into games in middle relief and his team has taken the lead 11 times. So good for him. So next up is Michael O'Rourke. 1 for 5 with a solo homer, 3 for 9 in the series. Fouls off the first pitch, strike 1. 1 out here in the top of the 12th. 8-6 ball game. Pitch is low, 1 ball and 1 strike. Deep drive. It's got a chance at the track, the wall. It's gone. Gonzo. Michael O'Rourke. Home run number 28. It's a 3-run lead. The Knights lead 9-6. And as usual, Michael rounds the bases in his unique way. He's going to get killed someday. Somebody's going to hit him in the head. So anyway, it's a 9-6 ball game here in the 12th. He's doing a magic trick. So anyway, here's the replay. Line drive shot. Just makes it over that little yellow line. So next up is Jacob Salazar. 1 for 3. Ground ball to the shortstop. His counterpart, Bernie Banks, throws to first, and there's 2 away. So we have 2 outs here in the top of the 12th.
Now batting, number 38.
So Benny LoCicero is 1 for 5. His 1 was a big one, a solo home run in the second inning. Pitch is outside, ball 1. So you got Eric Gagne, the closer, and Brad Keller, 2 right-handers warming up in the Rangers bullpen. A little too late. Should have pulled the trigger a little earlier. Inside corner, strike 1. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike on the right fielder, LoCicero. Swings over the top and out in front of the changeup. Count is 1-2. And out in front of the changeup yet again for strike 3. But the Bronx Knights score 3 times on 2 home runs, and they go to the bottom of the 12th with a 9-6 advantage. So, leading off, Jorge Soler, 1 for 5. Dellin Betances is in there for his second inning of work. Outside corner, strike 1. Line drive, and it is he gets past the right fielder LoCicero and goes all the way to the wall. Backing up is Luklitch, but it is a stand-up double for Soler here in the bottom of the 12th. That's his 20th double of the season, and they start off the bottom of the 12th the right way with a runner in scoring position and nobody out. So up next is Eddie Murray, 2 for 5 with a home run and a double today. Pops him up in the infield. Check that. Termini makes the catch for out number 1. Obviously, the runner stays right where he is at second base. So next up is Minnie Minoso, who's 2 for 5. 3 for 8 in this short series. Just to give you some perspective, Bronx Knights are 71-37 on the season. If they were to come through with this victory, it would be win number 72. Swing and a miss, strike 1. They are in first place by 8.5 games over the second place Seattle Mariners, and there's a 4-game set against those Seattle Mariners starting next week. Or tomorrow, in video game terms. Count is 0-2 on Minoso. And he fouls the slurve back upstairs behind home plate. Count remains no balls and 2 strikes. So runner leads off second. 1 out here in the 12th. Ground ball, right side. Nice play by Ramos, ranging to his left. And there are 2 away, and the Texas Rangers are down to their final out here in extra innings. Obviously, the runner advanced to third base on the throw to first. So Ivan Rodriguez, Pudge Rodriguez, 3 for 5, steps in. He represents the final out of the game. And it's a slow roller to Salazar. This should do it. Over to first, in time, ball game over, extra innings over. Bronx Knights win 9-6. So the Knights on the road sweep this little mini 2-game series against the Texas Rangers. They take both games. This is win number 72. Dellin Betances pitches 2 innings. He gets the win. Unfortunately, it's a blown save for John Smoltz, but all's well that ends well. So we'll go and do this the right way. So Bronx Knights in 12, 9 runs, 11 hits, no errors. Texas Rangers, 6 runs, 16 hits, no errors. As I said before, Dellin Betances is the player of the game. The losing pitcher is Michael Kopech. I don't know what his record is. And obviously, the player of the game is Chris Ramos, 2 for 5, 2 homers, 4 runs batted in. He is your player of the game. And this has been a broadcast of Bronx Knights baseball. I am RC Robin. If you're watching this on YouTube, thank you so much. Please like the video. Please subscribe to the channel. It is my intention to play every inning of every game of this 162-game schedule. No simulating, no skipping innings or games. Every inning of every game is on YouTube until 162 is done and beyond, hopefully to the World Series. And I hope you guys will be there to see it happen. So, again, Bronx Knights win in 12, 9-6. Thanks so much for watching. Hope to see you tomorrow. Special thanks to the Outlander Show and Jose Hall for sticking it out and being good fans. Have a great night. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.